Hey, I'm your girl Lovely, your financial and marketing strategist, entrepreneur and lifestyle coach, and real estate maven. You're tuned in to Money Basics Live. Well, hello and welcome. This is Money Basics Live. I'm your girl Lovely. Now listen, we started this YouTube series to help serious entrepreneurs and professionals create profitable income-producing assets to build wealth. And that's exactly what we're going to do for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, and stay tuned for the entire series to get all of the foundations to money basics, okay? Our first video is going to be on the rule of 72. You will learn how quickly your money can double or your debt can double depending on how much interest you're paying. So let me ask you a question. Can you afford to make a $640,000 mistake? If you're anything like me, I'm sure you're saying, I know I can't. All right, and this is why this first segment is so important, because if you're like myself and you can't make a $640,000 mistake, then you definitely need to understand the rule of 72. What is that? Well, it's actually quite simple. It's a formula that you can use that is going to tell you how quickly your money is going to double or even debt based on an interest rate. Okay, so let's get started. We have two examples. Example number one is 30 years old with $10,000 to invest. Example number one decides to invest its $10,000 with a 1% vehicle of investment. So let's see how fast or how long it would take for example number two to double their money, okay? By using the rule of 72, all you do is this. You take the number of the percentage and 72, okay? So 72 divided by the number of the percentage rate is going to give you the calculation as to how long it will take for your money to double. So in example number one's case, if you take 72 and divide it by 1, you're going to get a result of 72. So what that means is every 72 years, example number one's money is going to double. So let's say example number two is 30, okay? So by the time example number two is 102, example number one is going to have $20,000 to his or her name. So let me ask you, can you afford to allow your money to double every 72 years? So again, if your answer is no, then let me ask you another question. Why is 90% of Americans putting their money in vehicles that is yielding them even less than 1%? If you are planning on keeping your money in a checking or savings account and you're assuming that that is enough interest earned to retire you, well, I'm sorry to tell you, but it's not, because in fact the national average is about 402%. So you're not even earning a full percentage, which means it's going to take you well over 300 to even 600 years for your money to double. So is that a sure way to invest your money? I'm going to say no. All right, but stay tuned to the next segments and you'll find out a little bit more. So example number two. Example number two is still 30 years old. However, example number two has decided to invest their $10,000 in an investment vehicle that is going to yield them 10% interest. So let's look at the difference or the variations between example one and example two. If you take 72 and divide it by 10, the end result is 7.2. So what does that mean for example number two? Well, it means that example number two's money is going to grow every 7.2 years. So how about those apples? Let's compare them to example number one. So at the age of 30, example number two has $10,000 to start with. By the time example number two is 37, he now has, or she now has, that is, $20,000. As compared to example number one, $20,000 by the age of 102. Add another 7 years to that, and example number 2 has 40,000, okay? Add another 7 years to that, and example number 2 has 80,000. And add another 7 years, 160,000. And another 7 years, 320,000. And add just one more 7 years to that, and example number 2 has $640,000 and is nowhere near the age of 102. So, the rule of 72 is an enormous way of deciding how to invest your money. But just as quickly your money can grow using compound interest, your debt can grow at the same rate. So imagine what interest rates your money is currently growing at. I got homework for you. Take the rule of 72, okay, and compare that to the current interest rate and the balance of your debts. And let me ask you this. How quickly or how soon will your debt double? If you have more money working against you than for you, then I highly recommend you continue on with this video, because I have an amazing action plan to help you govern your finances so you too can build wealth. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.